Well, Bards, it was a very long and wet weekend that we had to suffer, wasn't it?
It was long and wet here. It looked all right in other parts of Australia.
And then at 3:20, the clouds disappeared. A normal transmission was resumed. What a win.
Definitely our best performance for the year, mate. 4 quarters and absolutely smashed the pretenders that were supposedly 3 games better than us.
And Adam, Jawelski will say it was all to his doing because he made it all the way to Tasmania.
Willie. Takes a lot of credit. Jason, you?
Everyone's saying, it's a big trip for Fremantle, a long way to go. Well, Jason went and he was there for longer, and I think he's performed better by the looks of his Facebook page.
And he'll be on next week to tell us all about it, won't he, Bart?
He will indeed. He would have been on tonight, Grant, but he's still in the air somewhere between Melbourne and Perth.
All the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
Scores, Bards. They're glorious to hear. You can repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. What were they?
Hawthorn 17-13, 115, defeating Fremantle 6-7-43, and there was a few junk time goals in there by Freo as well.
Do you reckon I should cut that out and paste it in and paste it in and paste it in?
Sure.
And goal kicking spread, you happy with that?
Yeah, very good, mate. About 10, I think it was. I haven't got it in front of me, but yeah, a good spread. Some good contributions from individuals as well.
And where's Jack Dunstan?
He's a bit of a passenger at the moment, but it doesn't actually matter right now. I'm not overly concerned, to be honest. I think proven in big games come September, and I'm sure he will regain form quickly enough.
And Bards, I think it was last week that you said you couldn't believe that a team like Freo had won 11 games, were on top of the ladder. It was proven. What did we really prove about their poor performance, or the fact that they're just overstated in their position on the ladder?
Look, they obviously win games by dominating the midfield, and they weren't able to do that against us. Sandilands got his hand on most things, and we took it out of 7 most of the time. And their forward line just doesn't have the ability to kick a big enough score unless their midfield's absolutely smashing it. So Walters was beautifully held by Stratton. Pavlich, maybe a year too many. He just doesn't look the same anymore. And other than that, they don't have a lot of options up there. Obviously, in other games where they've got their midfielders dominated, they can get enough to kick a winning score, but they're not a winning score against a side like us, and they'll have to change their ways if they're going to beat us come the end of the year.
And Adam, what did you enjoy most about the game?
I enjoyed Big Boy McAvoy's performance. Thought it was his best game for Hawthorn. Thought he dominated Sandilands around the ground and got a good service, even at ruck contests, in nullifying a lot of Big Docker's work. And I also enjoyed Sam Mitchell and his knees and Hodgie pushing Fife around at times.
And Bart, I must say, you must have the direct line into the selection panel because you picked that one, McAvoy in.
Yeah, it was always going to come into play against Sandilands, mate. Siegs has been carrying that load a fair bit, and he was starting to look a bit tired, and against the big body Sandilands, I think the idea was McAvoy and Howard would push him as hard as they can, and it worked beautifully. And
Adam, before we go into the Bardslow votes, one comment about the game. Tasmania got their money's worth, and it looks like we're going to renew the contract with them, but full house, you can't ask for more than that. You play the top team, you belt them, you see a quality side. But explain to me why people started going home during the last quarter.
Can't say I noticed that, to be honest. I don't know, and I can't answer the question. When they're playing that well, the Hawks, you want to sit it out to the end, don't you?
Well, you do, but I thought I'd defer to you because you are our panel member that knows the most about leaving early.
Is that right? Listen, I get there at half time. And as for you, Bards, don't you say anything either. I know you went home early last home game.
Technically, I didn't leave the ground until the siren went. I just left my seat.
I'm not coming back on this show if you're going to do that.
I think to be fair to Tasmanians, it was a school night and the game was going pretty late. They're not used to being out after dark down there, so...
Yeah, don't change the subject, mate. And don't you laugh, Els. I'm not coming back again.
Bardslow votes, Bards.
Mate, this was an absolute raffle. I could have gone anyway with this. Gone 5 to Hodge, 4 to Mitchell, 3 to Gibson, especially the first half. He just cleaned them up. 2 to Wedder's best new mate, McAvoy. 1 to Shields, and I could have kept going. Stratton did a good job keeping Walters quiet, but to be honest, the ball hardly went down there either.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll take a break.
Come
well, we're back for the segment where we just talk more shit, real shit. We've just heard the Barslow votes. Adam Wedlock votes for the first Ashes test. Then Shane Watson's got to be in amongst them, shouldn't he?
Yeah, keep laughing at your own jokes, funny man. I'll give you my votes now. Nathan Lyon gets 3 votes. He was our best bowler in both innings. Mitchell Stark gets a couple of votes for working hard and taking some wickets, and a vote to Rogers, but really, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel to give a vote to a bloke who made a 50 in one innings. And Watson can go and get stuffed.
So, Bars, we've gone back to the traditional 3-2-1 vote.
Oh, it's not 5. Can't get 5 votes. We barely had 5 blokes turn up.
The problem's in the Big Blue there. They really should have let Watson score some runs in that second innings, because then he would have played next test. They missed an opportunity there, I think. I think this will be the turning point of the series when we get him out, Mitchell and Arsh in, and he'll make a couple of hundreds and they'll be spewing. Every
second gets out, he uses a referral too.
All right, well, we've started the Adam Wedlock medal. Let's see how it rivals the Barslow. Bards actually sounds like he could be on the moon. It's satellite TV from the 1970s. It could go on the Forgotten Hits page.
What the hell's going on there? I just keep getting all these notifications.
You didn't like those songs, Bart?
Oh, I probably do, but yeah, I was just all of a sudden I was in this group and I started getting these notifications. I'm like, what the hell?
It's better than the horse porn that was put up on our site on Friday night.
What?
You didn't see that?
See what?
There was horse porn on our site.
I didn't see it.
No, it was my Facebook account and I was getting coffee on a Saturday morning and I got a reported incident as an administrator. I thought, what the hell is this? And there's this picture of a bit of horse porn. And of course, I just clicked all the buttons. You wouldn't have seen it because I deleted it.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
Have you seen this interview with Tanya Hurd, where she calls her husband dopey?
Oh, yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yeah, I couldn't believe she said, oh, he's resting, but he's dopey. Is he really dopey? Or is he just stupid?
Is there a difference?
Into some more serious stuff from a Hawthorn or perspective, but do we have a blast? Are we going to take it off the shelf, Bards, or we're just sticking with fools and flogs?
I'm just sticking with fools and flogs this week, and I'd like to add, I can't believe he's not already on the wall, but Robbo, just stick a big photo of him on the wall and he's going to stay there forever because he's now running a personal campaign against Sam Mitchell being a thug and showing pictures of other players' bruises that Sam Mitchell's called. Well, get a life, Robbo. We know you're still bitter and twisted about your Bombers and all their problems. Now you just thought you'd try to take down the top team, and we don't care. We'll just continue on and win premierships.
Can I add another one? Basil Zemplis.
What's poor Basil do? Just because he pumped up Freo's tyres for the whole game?
Oh, well, I think he started the whole thing, didn't he? Oh, there's Mitchell. He's in trouble. And it went from the first quarter, didn't it?
Yeah, Lee Matthews tried to play it down as, well, you lift your knees when you're running, don't you? And our mate Tex Walker added fuel to the fire.
Does he go up? Or is he just stuck it up Princess page, has his own page?
Yeah, Suki Lala page.
All right, we just created a new page, Suki Lala's. Adam, your nominations?
Oh, I've got a whack.
Oh, you got a whack.
I've got a whack, and I think, along with most of the footy world, most of us have a lot of respect and admiration for this bloke, but Dennis Cometti, on 3 occasions on the weekend, called Sean Burgoyne's name when Josh Gibson had the ball.
Hey, on a positive note, last week we were pumping Nathan Buckley's tyres up. We have to pump up Fev, don't we? That's a classic tweet of all times.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, that was a lot of foolish behaviour on our behalf, and it actually sounds better than when we actually recorded it. So let's take a break, regroup, and head into what is a more important game this Saturday night. All right, so Adam, we're back to talk about a really important game that's going on this Saturday night. Real Madrid, AS Roma. No, just kidding. But Hawthorn, Sydney, ANZ Stadium, 7:20. Big game. Bigger than the Freo game, surely.
It's huge, mate. This one will allow us to jump up one more spot, put us nice and safely in the 4 and let us launch an assault on the top 2. So it's a huge game. And yeah, I reckon we're up for the challenge. We can beat them. We own from last time.
So you've got the inside running on what's going on with Ruffy. Is he in this week, or is it just a media tease?
I've got nothing right at the moment, but my understanding is that if he passes the medical in terms of the last little test around the melanoma, that he'll play on Saturday.
If he comes in, Bards, who goes out? You're the chairman of selectors nowadays.
I imagine, mate, that Shuey would go out if Ruffy comes in, just on a balance point of view. I thought Shuey was good again on the weekend, but I don't know how he fits in when we're at full strength, so he'd probably be the one, I'd say.
And Jeray Wetters, would you expect him to play?
I hope he plays. He's in really good nick at the moment, Doc. I think the club are either playing down his injury or they expect him to play as well. He's having a really good season.
When you're sitting there at the selection table, Bards, and you have to consider whether he's in or out, if he's out, who comes in?
I think Langers is a logical one there. I'd like to see us get Langers into the side for this game. I think his hardness against the Swans is pretty important. Unfortunately, that could be at the expense of Billy, who did nothing wrong again, but he can't keep playing as a sub. He's got to be given time or go back. So the other one, obviously, Suckling, but he's sort of turned his form around a bit. I think he's doing what he needs to do at the moment. So I'd like to see Langford in for the hardness. The other one's in contention. I suppose it would be Woodward, who's still playing well at Box Hill, but maybe not for this week. I think we get through this week and then we can start giving a couple of a run to see what else they've got.
I've got a feeling this is going to be a day out for Rioli. Am I right?
I hope so. I think if Hawthorn wins on Saturday night, they win the flag, because I think that will probably stitch up a top 2 spot given our run home. So I'm hoping Rioli turns it on Saturday night.
And if we don't win, are you kissing our chances winning the flag goodbye?
No, I wouldn't say that, but I would say that if we do win, we're in the box seat to finish top 2. If we don't win, it's likely we have to travel interstate for a final, which, not impossible for this side, but not ideal either.
Bards, what's the game plan? What do they really have to do? Shut down the midfield?
Yeah, it starts in the middle again, mate. We've got the ability to shut them down in there as we have done before. And obviously, we've got to keep a pretty tight rein on Franklin up the top, which, it's going to be interesting to see who plays on him. I'd imagine it'll be a combination of Lake and Spanger as it was in the grand final. But yeah, we'll have to see what we do there, because I don't think they'd risk Frawley yet for this game. I'd say give him one more. So otherwise, he's the obvious choice to play on him. So yeah, I think winning the midfield and back us to kick a bigger score than them, which we do most weeks. We know we're more capable of scoring. We just got to back ourselves in.
Fair enough. Well, on that note, let's go to nearest of pin. Let's shake it right up. And Bards, what do you reckon?
45 points.
Oof. That's very, very ambitious. What makes you say 45 points?
It's just confidence, mate. I go low and we smash side, so I'm going high and we'll just get the job done, hopefully.
And Wetters, what do you reckon?
26 points.
All right, well, I'm going to go with the ironic number of 23.
See what you did there? Speaking of numbers, I've got a little bit of trivia for you. Don't ask me why I looked this up, but I did. What Hawthorn jumper numbers have played in every one of our premierships? So, did we have a number 3? Did we have a number 23, etc.?
Not one. One would be out.
I won't let you rack your brain for too long. We haven't got one, believe it or not. Number 1 to 40, whatever you want to go to, has played in every premiership.
Wow.
23 had it well under control until the last 2 premierships. And the other one was number 2. We just missed 1 year in the number 2, 1983. Chris Mew hadn't changed jumpers yet, and Jeff Ablett was missing. So there you go. St Kilda, on the other hand, have 20 jumpers that have played in every one of their premierships. So do the Bulldogs and Port Adelaide.
Well, Freo don't have a single number that's gone into a premiership.
I like it.
And that was Bards' useless fact.
Not lots of them.
And I've got to say, big cheer for Alan Forsyth. Went early, Wednesday, picked 70-something points. He's nearest to the pin. We all go Conservative. Excellent effort, don't you reckon?
You've done well.
All right, well, wish me luck cutting this up. It'll sound a lot better than it did while we recorded it. And on that note, go Hawks.
Oh.
And Hawks.